Now that Wedge is safe, help General Madine free other rebels from the notorious prisons of Kessel.
Alright, so once again, we've got a direct follow-up to our last mission. In this mission, we have to use Wedge's information that he gathered while he was on that train headed to the prisons to free other rebel prisoners who have already been captured and taken to the main facilities. This mission, we can beat any craft after we've beaten it the first time, but we have to start out in an X-Wing. And this is actually where the difficulty of this game gets kicked up yet another notch. Remember me saying that the kids' gloves were already taken off? Well, this is where this game goes from being somewhat difficult to being downright hard. Especially if you're trying to meddle things.
Thanks again, Rogues. I thought I was done for. Listen, while I was on that train, I found out there are other rebels at the main prison facility. Crix Madine and his commandos will follow us in and get them out. Any idea what we're up against? Unknown.
Yeah. When he says unknown, that means everything bad. You're going to have to face off against missile turrets. You're going to have to face off against TIE interceptors. You're going to have to face off against, yeah, pretty much everything that you can imagine we're going to have to face off against. You can see some probe droids here. These are basically just free kills, which obviously they're a lot easier to get kills on than those ATSTs down there, for instance. But you're going to want to stay close. This is the problem with this mission, is that it's hard. There's a lot of stuff that can kill you. Everything about this level is hard, and then you throw into the fact that it's an escort mission.
We have a problem. They have some sort of energy shield we can't get through. My guess is that they have some sort of generator nearby. Do you think you can help us out? You got it. You got it.
I don't know why whoever that said that sounds just absolutely ridiculous in that take, but oh well. So before you go and take out the generator, you want to try to kill as many of the TIEs around here as you can, because they will attack the shuttle, and they can kill it. Even though they're just TIE interceptors and TIE fighters that aren't nearly as dangerous as TIE bombers, they're still quite capable of killing them. And this is where dogfighting goes from being something that you want to try to avoid to something that becomes an absolute necessity. And for some reason, my controller is acting weird. I'm handling very sluggishly here for some reason. It's really making this difficult. Obviously, there are lots. There's more than just one prison facility here. There's actually quite a few. There's lots of things for you to kill, so your enemy count is going to be a big part of this mission. But the main part is being able to protect the shuttle, as well as being able to find and collect the upgrade, there is an upgrade in this level. It is somewhat well hidden though, so here, let's go and get the shield generator. I'm just taking out some of the turrets to make our lives a little bit easier in the long run. Shield generator's right over here. There's a missile turret here, there's an ATST, and a laser turret that are guarding it. So you want to steer clear of those, take down the defenses first, and then focus on the generator. There's another TIE interceptor around here as well. Okay, so the generator, same as the one in the Jade Moon mission, it takes a few hits, but not too bad. Take that guy out with some proton torpedoes. Missed one very badly. Okay, there we go. A couple proton torpedoes in there, and generators taken care of.
That got it. Shields down. Commencing rescue.
There's no cutscene, so you have to hurry back over and help them before they all get killed. I'm gonna take this guy out on my way. Some of the TIE fighters fly holding patterns just like the basic AI at the beginning of the game, but some of them, like these guys, will have very malicious AI, and they will take you down. They are ruthless. Like I said, this is where the game begins to take the kid gloves. Well, it goes from taking the kid gloves off to just absolutely saying, you know what, screw you, you're dead. Thankfully, there's plenty of kills that you can get that aren't involving taking on the TIE fighters directly. So If you're just worried about your kill count, you don't necessarily have to get all of them, but it's a good idea to, just because it saves you damage in the long run, and it can also save your neck on this mission, especially if you're, you know, since obviously it's an escort mission, so it's a concern. So they're going to go from, basically go from facility to facility, and rescue the prisoners from each one after another, and you're going to have to follow them around to make sure that they get that tie is really driving me nuts.
Help me out here.
Okay, there's some speeder bikes there that you can take care of, just like in construction yard. Again, optional enemies. You want to stick, like I said, you want to stick close to the assault shuttle. That TIE fighter's not going to leave me alone. Okay, so there's the probe droid that we passed up before. There's the shuttle, and you're going to want to go ahead of him on this one, because there's a lot of stuff in this canyon up ahead that's going to very well kill him. Those TIE interceptors included. Alright, so this is the one we already partially cleared out before. There's going to be a couple of TIE interceptors. That TIE fighter that was attacking us before is going to still be here. I'm trying to get him to go in front of us by using my brakes. There it is. Gotcha. Alright, so that's him taken care of. And then right up here, I think it's up here, yeah, there's a bunker and a missile turret. The missile turret won't bug you unless you actually come up here, but you're going to want to come up here because this is where the upgrade is.
Sir, we found some Seeker missiles.
Seeker missiles are an upgrade for the missiles that the A-Wing carries, which basically give them homing capabilities, which makes them much more effective weapons. It does give the A-Wing a bit of a slight edge in a dogfight above the X-Wing at this point, but
Rebels located. We're on our way.
That advantage will be nullified very quickly because, spoilers, we'll be getting homing proton torpedoes relatively soon as well, which means that the proton torpedoes that you have as an X-Wing will home in, and there's virtually no reason to have them. Yeah. Anyway, where are you? Gotcha. Tag. Okay, the speeder bikes, don't need to deal with those. Some stormtroopers here.
Rescue complete.
I should have just done a belly flop on that one. Oh well.
Rogue Squadron. Madine and his commandos are heading to the next
time
prison.
in this mission is not that much of a concern. It's more of making sure that your ally count is high as well as your enemy count. You want the shuttle to stay alive, so you want to take down the TIE fighters ASAP all the time. You want to make sure to destroy Imperial buildings pretty much wherever you go, just to make sure that your enemy count stays up. If you see things like probe droids and other easy kills, don't shun them just because they're easy, or pass them by because they're not shooting at you or not doing all that much damage. Make sure to destroy them because you're going to need to, just to keep your enemy count up. Okay, we got another TIE flying around. Looks like a regular TIE fighter. It's one thing in the dogfighting in this game, because of the N64's controller, isn't as tight as it is in, say, X-Wing or TIE Fighter, but it is fairly tight. Yeah, it's just a matter of being able to get the AI to do what you want, so you can shoot them down or ram into them. Like I said, that's an acceptable alternative in most cases. There, problem solved. Those speeder bikes are basically there for radar hogs like myself, who just look at your radar to find most enemies, and they move with about the same speed as
Squadron, where's our cover? Thanks, Rogue Group. I'm clear.
About the same speed as a TIE fighter, but without obviously they're on the ground, so they're not a threat to you. So basically they're there to trick you into following them so that you'll leave the commandos unguarded. And don't just ignore those stormtroopers either, because if the shuttle gets low on health, then it's very, very possible for the stormtroopers to kill them. So,
Rescue complete.
yeah, you know, they're, like I said, they're free kills, but they're also, in this mission, they're somewhat of a threat, so don't ignore them. They're going to hurt your accuracy to go after them unless you're really good, but, okay, now what? Looks like there's something up here on this. Oh, missile turret. Gotcha. Okay, is this the last one here?
Group scan.
Yep.
Here we come.
Alright, so this is where things get hairy. If I remember correctly, there's going to be 2 trios of TIE fighters or TIE interceptors coming down at us, as well as a couple that are going to be geared, that are going to have their AI homed in on me and me alone. So, there's a TIE interceptor right there. Gotcha. Alright, TIE fighters. Yeah, just thank your lucky stars that they weren't sadistic enough to make them TIE bombers in this level, because you would not, the shuttle, it can take a bit of punishment, but it's paper thin compared to earlier missions. So one pass from a TIE bomber pretty much would mean the end of it, especially if you let an ATST or something like that with a bit better firepower get in range. So I'm just going to use my proton torpedoes on these guys because I don't feel like sitting back all day and pounding at them with my lasers. Okay, there goes. I'm not going to pay any attention to you guys. It's got a couple of interceptors up here. Gotcha. Like I said, this is where this game starts to take off in difficulty. This is another one of those levels that people said, you know, this game gave me a lot of trouble when I was a kid, and it still gives me trouble. So yeah, this is definitely, if you're playing this game, this is where you're gonna, this is where the frustration index begins to climb. Yeah, if you manage to pull the good old-fashioned brake accelerate trick on them, then sometimes the AI will just bug out and just fly straight ahead until you get close enough to reactivate them. So it's a good idea to just, you know, leave them alone. Again, you want to stick close to the shuttle. Don't let it, you know, we're done here, but the shuttle still has to escape. We can't just fly straight up, so yeah, you gotta stay close, make sure that none of the TIE fighters come back for it. Alright, we're done. Whew, that's nerve-wracking. My hands are sweating.
Good work, Rogues. General Madine, we'll buy your boys around when we get back to the fleet. You're on, Commander Skywalker. Good luck.
Silver. So I didn't do too badly. I thought I was going to get a bronze, just because it took so long, but yeah. See, there actually is a time constraint. Obviously, the first part of the mission is all time, because if you destroy the shield generator right away, then Madine will be able to get to the first prison facility right away and start getting the prisoners as soon as you start. Looks like we did well in all the other categories. It's just we were short on enemy count as well, about 6 short. So yeah, you wanted to try to destroy pretty much everything. Mostly the stormtroopers. That's going to be where you're going to get most of your kills. Alright, so again, gold medal video to come up shortly, and I will be seeing you guys next time on Let's Play Star Wars Rogue Squadron. See you later, folks.